Alright, welcome to Gachikoi Fireplace, the only anime podcast on the internet, I think.
I haven't actually listened to other anime podcasts.
So, as far as I've checked, we are the only ones.
So I won't be influenced
Mason, I see
by
I
anyone
see you are
else's
in
style.
pain.
I
Are
am
you?
always in pain.
Is this the usual migraine, or is this...
No, it's just you talking.
Ah.
Really, I thought it was the magic migraine to get out of work.
Alright. We will look at this season's anime.
Alright.
Shit, is this gonna... Okay, you do this shit.
Spring
Less than half
2023.
of these topics are about anime. Dude, we're authentic. We're authentic.
Alright, we can take a look at the anime just in order.
Yeah.
We're coming back to Oshinoko. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that one last.
Yeah, that one we don't need to talk about right away.
Yeah, okay.
So, Demon Slayer, I will watch eventually. I'm sure my mom's watching it. That's fine.
Man, I remember when the first season of Demon Slayer aired, and then I watched like 2 episodes, and I was like, yep, that's a show, and then never watched it again.
So, quick question. Are we just assuming that everyone who's listening to this already knows our names?
That's fair. I'm Parth.
I am Mason.
I'm Justin, aka Joe.
And I'm Chris.
Yep. Okay. Now we can start for real.
Yeah.
We can start talking about Demon
We
Slayer.
can start talking about Demon Slayer. I remember nothing about what I did watch about Demon Slayer.
I remember that the first episode was cool, and that UFO table always is good animation, so when I do watch it, I am excited to watch it. But I think first, for Shonen, I'll probably watch Chainsaw Man first.
I wanna finish it just because UFO table fight scenes are pretty good. Okay, it's usually fine, other than fucking Zenitsu. I know someone that actually likes that character, but
Is that the blonde?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's the character archetype of, like, guy who's really, really annoying 89% of the time, and then that 11% of the time he gets his fight scene, and then he's the greatest character of all the show.
Yeah. You get the sickest fight scenes. You're like, shit, I still hate this character, but it's kind of sick.
Yeah, okay. That's Demon Slayer. Yeah. No
Jigokuraku.
meaningful input on this one. Jigokuraku. So you watched a couple episodes yesterday.
Yeah, it's okay. So I wanted to give it a shot because apparently the author was like an assistant of the guy who did Chainsaw Man,
Oh, okay.
but that doesn't usually like mean anything. Also, well, I think Mappa's probably doing a better job of this adaptation than Chainsaw Man, but so far it's been fine. Hasn't really convinced me of anything yet.
I think, well, out of the first batch we watched, I thought it was one of the better shows. So probably like, because to me right now it's Oshinoko, Megumin spinoff, and then and this is my ranking of the season.
So is this the one you watched?
I watched one episode. Joe has watched 4. That's why I asked for his opinion.
I see.
Because like from what I watched, I thought it was solid.
It's
The premise is solid.
Fine.
It's interesting, but I haven't seen them actually go to the island yet. That's why I asked Joe.
yeah.
Dr. Stone. I still can't believe we still have Dr. fucking Stone.
Well, apparently people still watch this, and I don't
Well,
know. I guess it's pretty good.
I don't know how much time there is to waste on shit talking a show that none of us have seen or
So
intend to
I
see.
watched a few episodes of the first season, but that's not enough substance for me to go off of this season.
Alright.
Yeah.
Wait, fucking Ancient Magus's Bride got a second season?
Huh.
Oh yeah, didn't that air
Holy
like
shit.
4 years ago?
Yeah, that's ancient. It was also fucking fantastic, but oh my god.
Well, it's good to know that
I didn't look at the seasonal chart at all, yeah.
it's good to know that No Game No Life fans still have hope if they're gonna have a second season for.
Yeah, I think because the show, what was it? Classroom of the Elite, the first season I think aired in 2017, and we got the second season like last year. Now, the adaptation of the second season wasn't the best, but we're getting another season. But I'm gonna be reading the light novels for that one.
All right.
Skip to Loafer. Have you watched any more of this one, Joe?
I have not, but I mean, you guys were like mid on it.
I thought it was fine.
I would watch more just because like I like the vibes, and that's like the kind of show that I would like, um, you know, watch at the end of a day just to cool off.
Yeah, no, I thought it was fine. It's just that I was like, because you told me, oh, this is seinen. I was like, okay, and I was like, this feels like shoujo. I mean, I'm totally. We haven't
I
had
don't know,
like good
that
shoujo in a while.
That was just the tags on the thing.
Yeah, it's basically shoujo. Like, it's like this girl that she thinks she's like really, really smart or something, but she's like a big dipshit.
Yeah.
And then this guy that kind of compliments her in a certain like in a good way. It's like it's feel good. I think it's pretty good. Like to me, like I watch shoujo like very rarely. I haven't watched Fruit Basket at all. That one's I know that one's like
Fruits Basket is good.
the
I need
pinnacle.
to finish it.
Yeah,
I would kind of mid on Fruits Basket, but that's just me.
But-
I know a lot of people like it.
yeah. Because I think the last shoujo that I watched before this is Orange, and Orange was a frustrating show to watch.
Wait, does Horimiya count as a shoujo, or is it shonen?
It's not shonen for sure, so I guess it's a shoujo by default.
Shoujo,
Horimiya
I think
is
it's
good.
more seinen to me. It feels like.
That's fair. I've never.
That's not fucking seinen.
What? It is. It's got shoujo vibes, yes, but like
Wait,
both
we
of
need
them
to, we
are.
need to look up the page. Which one of
Yeah,
us is
which
right?
one is it?
Also, that show is getting a second season, but it's next season.
Horimiya.
Not like this means anything, because
It is categorized as. Where is it?
scroll down.
Scroll down.
Shonen.
Okay, honestly, that makes sense.
Sure.
Sure.
It's not really shoujo, I feel like.
All right.
Okay, so
I do want to watch more of it.
Tengoku Daimakyou. So this is it's got like Promised Neverland vibes. But
That's what I felt, right?
yeah.
But that's like, okay, first, that's like half the show, and
Yeah, that's half the show. The other half is these two like it's like Last of Us, except like brother sister.
yeah, I've read more of the source material, but it's promising, and I think I personally like the animation. Like, it's a little inconsistent, but honestly, one
So
of the
like
better looking shows.
the thing with this show is that the angles are really good, probably because they're ripped straight from the panels.
Okay, yeah.
But like once they start moving, it looks really odd.
Yeah, I think what I
Because I was like, I love this angle, but then once they start moving, it looks weird.
yeah. I told you they were like maybe they were too ambitious with the camera shots. They're
Yeah, maybe like because as a manga panel, I'll be like, yeah, this is probably really solid manga panel artwork.
yeah.
But as an anime, it doesn't. It's just like it doesn't seem quite right. I don't know. It's like something's not right. But the action was fine. The show itself is probably this would come after the one where they go to the Hell Island.
Yeah, to be honest, I just haven't had time, but I want to keep up with it.
Yeah.
Alright.
And okay, and then the next one is
Gundam.
Gundam.
Lesbian Gundam. We love lesbian
Lesbian
Gundam.
Ah, I was wondering why Parth knew about the Gundam.
I have only just started watching season 1.
Okay.
I'm caught up. It's very good.
It's very good. It's very good. Thank you, Joe.
Let's first off, I don't know how, but like the animation quality has just been really good and consistent throughout the whole thing. I heard they had like a lot of like production issues, but I didn't really feel that, at least as a viewer.
Very impressive.
Like it just constantly looks really good. I think the story does a good job of keeping you interested like throughout the whole thing. Like there's a lot of like
Lesbians, I've heard.
yeah, that too. I don't know, just random characters and political shit that like I think there was like a break in between like season one and like now, and I'm like, oh shit, I kind of forgot like a lot of these conflicts that happen, but it's still entertaining. Uh, yeah, definitely recommend.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I'm still personally gonna go all the way back to the original Gundam.
Yeah, I mean,
Even though this is an AU, I know the Witch of Mercury universe is not the same universe.
Yeah, it's not Universal Century, I know that. So, I mean, I can't watch it. I don't know how much I can currently watch considering my current situation with Fate.
The fate situation.
The Fate situation.
which you should be in. That's a good situation.
It's a good situation to be in. When you're enjoying a visual novel, it's a good situation to be in.
But bad situation to be in brings us to our next show.
Tengoku
Kawaii second season.
So, this show is basically what happens when the spirit of Shinzo Abe possesses an entire animation team.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The premise being, of course, that a 17-year-old can, or an 18-year-old can marry a 16-year-old.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I watched some of the first season. It was the lowest point of my life so far.
Really?
Okay, like, was it really that bad?
So, the show wasn't bad, but the circumstances that have to occur in order to think, yeah, fine, I'll watch this show, that's what brought me so
I don't know. I feel like Shikimori-san's not just a cutie, it's probably like the worst.
Okay, but that's like
That's not been a part of my life. I've yet to sink that low, but I have been very low.
From what I've heard, as someone who like really did not like the first few episodes of Shikimori, apparently it gets better.
I have a great doubt. I have a great doubt.
I know there's great guys.
There's great doubt. Dude, I was hoping that Shikimori would just like gobble up people to like sustain her energy and protect the main character or something. I feel like that would have been more interesting. I was hoping she'd be, because like when she looks badass, I was like, damn, she looks badass. I hope she like does something like fucked up or something to balance that shit out.
hold the last moment.
Dude, it's so boring.
Watch a completely different show.
It's such a boring, wholesome show. There's nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened.
Wholesome shows can still be like decent.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but nothing bad
Yeah, in
happened.
Shikimori-san, nothing occurs. It's like
There's no conflict.
the girl saves the guy and she looks cool doing it. And it's like, yes. Does Shikimori look cool? Yes. Do I want to watch a 12-episode anime of this? Or however many it is? No.
Imagine if the characters didn't look cool, they also had no characterization, and any conflict is the most overwritten, rot fucking already explored bullshit you've ever seen in your goddamn life, and that's where we get Tonikaku Kawaii.
Oh dear.
Tonikaku.
Yeah.
Wow.
That one I'm not too interested in watching.
Well, yeah. I'm okay with
Goodbye, Shinzo Abe.
So Kimi wa Houkago Insomnia is so I watched Mother's Basement talk about this.
I heard, yeah, I saw the same video. You said this was like discount Call of the Night. I don't think he necessarily said it was worse. Than
Yeah,
Call of the Night.
it's not
like
probably not
similar
necessarily worse. It's like the same similar vibes probably.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll watch this one, but because Call of the Night visually fantastic.
Yeah.
That was the most chill vibe show.
And I liked the directorially. I heard it gets worse when they add more characters, but I did not.
It gets worse when they start to do action.
Okay, that's Monogatari then. Monogatari never does action particularly well, except in like Kizu. Otherwise,
I think it gets worse when it's like, we're gonna actually try to do this romance thing. I was like,
I think the romance is like so not the point of the story.
we're gonna like try to add stakes and stuff.
Can we get a rewatch of Call of the Night, but the main character is just Ace? Can we have that? I think that'd be so much.
He's pretty much his already. He
think
pretty much his
Eh,
to begin with.
that's fair, I guess. Speaking of Mother's Basement, skipping over the other show that we actually want to talk about, Birdie Wing Golf Girls Story Season 2, which I still refuse to watch.
Why?
He's too cowardly to accept
It's
the
a
power of
fucking
the golf anime.
It's
No,
a
no, no,
lesbian
no, no,
show
no.
though.
I've heard. Okay, I have watched the first episode. of the first season. I really, really, really want to watch more because not only have I heard really good things about it, I fucking love shows that just go ham and like the stupid bullshit. This is just like apparently like anime golf like cranked up to the max. So
Frankly, I think it's straight down your alley.
Yeah, it's got
Like, it is
your reaction
batshit
too.
insane lesbian golf.
This is like the most Parth
It
anime.
is
like,
really hard for me to argue with that.
This is like a Parth
I don't
anime
know why
right here.
you're refusing here.
I don't know. It's just
Anti-golf
I
bias.
think
anti-golf
100%.
bias. I think it might actually just be the anti-golf bias.
I think anti-golf bias, and I think because I also have the similar, probably like
It's
you
like
probably
so
also feel this
hyped
too.
that,
Yeah,
like,
it's so
hard to
hyped that it
start.
feels like I was like, I don't want to watch it, man. It's like it's too hyped.
Because like it's so hyped that I'm worried that I'm gonna watch it and then it's not that good. Like I had that problem with Oshinoko, where I was like really worried that I was gonna dislike it because it gets just so fucking hyped.
I think this is more like I was tired of like seeing it in the AniTube like section that I was just like I was like disinterested from that.
Yeah.
It's like when Chris recommends me something, then I just get disinterested.
damn, you just dismiss everyone's
He sure does. This is why I literally don't mention Signals in front of Mason anytime I can get away with it.
So when are you reading Homestuck?
Homestuck. When we run out of Fireplace videos to watch, I'll read some Homestuck, bro.
Alright.
So Yamada-kun and the level 999 no Koi o Suru. So this one is so if I remember correctly, this is the one where this girl was dating this dude. As she plays an MMO, yeah. And this dude like dumped her or something, I think. And then to get back at him, she tries to date the guildmaster, and that is this Yamada-kun.
Wow, an entire anime about fucking MMO bullshit. Like the real MMO bullshit. Not stats, not leveling, not builds, not world's first races. Fucking just guild politics.
I love that in real life. I really wish I could watch something about it.
I did not play an MMO, so I don't know what this is.
I'm really happy that I have never had to deal with guild politics.
Yeah, I kind of just did my own thing in every MMO.
Luckily, there are no politics when it comes to fishing.
Yeah,
Unless you play Stardew, in which case there is the two very strict factions about fishing with mods versus fishing without mods that are constantly at war.
What fishing mods are there?
Mods that make fishing less hard, I guess. I don't really know.
Cowards. Absolute cowards.
I don't know. I don't play Stardew. I just saw this conversation speeding past me at 100 miles an hour.
Well, I need to catch up.
I need to catch up. I need to settle this now.
All right, Mashle.
Mashle.
Oh, that's an owl.
Mashle.
I don't know.
Alright, so
Mason,
Mashle.
talk about this.
Alright, so I can talk about this. Today I also watched my first anime by myself, since I moved here.
What?
And it was this, and I wish it wasn't this. I wish I watched Chainsaw Man.
Why didn't you?
No, because I wanted to have material. I wanted to have-
The sacrifices we make for podcasts.
So I have a good reason for doing this as well. So I read the manga of this. I read about 60, 70 chapters.
Mm.
So this is like, basically you gotta think, Psyche goes, except he doesn't have magic powers, he's just really muscular, goes to Hogwarts.
Okay.
So the dude can't use magic. It's very similar to, let's say, Black Clover. Because the main character of that show, or that series, also can't use magic. He just has a sword that negates magic in that one. But in this case, Mashle can't use magic at all. He's just really muscular, so he's like superhuman muscular, so he does shit that looks like magic. But it's just him being like...
It's just anime magic.
No, it's just him just like being really, really jacked.
Okay.
So he tries to he's like, there's a class at some point where it's like, you gotta fly on this broom. He's like, oh shit, I can't. They're gonna find me out that I can't use magic.
So he just
So he
jumps.
just throws the broom and then like gets on it and goes around like that.
Uh-huh.
This is what I mean when I said it's anime magic.
Yeah. So shit like this. Manga itself is pretty entertaining, but it gets kind of repetitive,
Yeah.
which is why I stopped reading it. It is not as good as Psyche.
Okay.
But there is a lot. It takes a lot of cues from Psyche, though, because just like Psyche, he has some stupid snack that he likes that he risks everything for.
Yeah.
Because Psyche likes coffee jelly, the most obscure ass shit. I've never found it in Japan.
I wish I did.
One of the many things that I wish I managed to have. I never found an actual chocolate core in it. But I
So
was
Mashle instead likes cream puffs.
Okay.
Less obscure.
He's much less obscure, much more common. But yeah, so it's like the setup is also like, so basically he's living with his like adoptive like grandfather looking guy. They get found out and he's like, oh yeah, to not be exposed, you're going to this Hogwarts place. And you must also graduate as the top student, basically. Without being able to use magic, obviously, he can't use magic. Everyone else in the world can. But no, because like, so he got caught in the city. So everyone in this city has like, to designate how much magic they can use, they have like this like scar on their face. So like one scar means they're like some weak ass. Two scars mean they're like fucking awesome or something. And no scars means you can't use magic. And they're trying to eliminate anyone that doesn't have magic.
Oh, I see. So it's just the Death Eaters win.
So yeah, basically, and he's just like walking around town, and people like found out. It's like, oh shit, this guy doesn't got the scars on him. He doesn't have magic. And then so like he beats down the police.
Based.
The police is like, dude, we won't expose you and chase you down for the rest of your life if you like go to this Hogwarts thing and graduate as the top. So like to be recognized as like the top wizard.
Okay. Why does anime suck?
It's the direction. It's like the comedic timing isn't quite right.
I feel like that's such a common problem.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
This is not like Psyche where like the shit just slaps like consistently.
Yeah,
Like
they fucking nailed that adaptation so hard. Oh my god.
because Psyche like they talk fast, so like the punchlines hit fast and keep going.
Which is pretty rare. Like I feel like a lot of Japanese humor in anime is like feels kind of forced.
It's forced. Because Psyche's fucking dense.
Yeah.
Very dense humor.
Yeah, they knew how to like hit jokes
Yeah.
at the right timing and like not waste time on like
Mashle, it doesn't. Because I remember, I was like, oh, that is kind of funny, but like, I mean, okay, I read the manga, so I already know everything, but it doesn't, I don't know. Also, the art, it doesn't quite come together, but
damn.
the source material is strong enough that it can still be entertaining.
You Oshino co-watchers are so spoiled to have such a good adaptation.
What do you mean you are not an Oshino watcher?
I mean, I'm an Oshino co-watcher and reader. I'm caught up.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning to me, hey, you should read this, it's really good, and then I just didn't do it because I read the premise and I was like,
Yeah, fuck you.
we'll get back to it.
We'll get back to
Do
that.
we have anything to say about Idolmaster?
Do any of us even watch idol shows?
I watch Oshino.
I watch Oshino.
Okay, so no one even watched this. Let's continue on.
Yeah, not interested in talking about this. Also, my rankings, I will watch Also My Rankings Season 1 at some point.
Hey, season one's pretty
I've heard
good.
about that.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do need to watch the show.
Why did you scroll down so I can't read
I'm
the title?
sorry.
Skill issue.
It's okay. So Dead Mount
Death
Death
Play.
Play is the other show I watched today.
Okay.
And
So this is a reverse isekai. So basically this like hero is fighting this necromancer that's like threatening to pretty much end the world in this fantasy world. And as this knight defeats this necromancer, the necromancer casts this magic at the last second, and the knight gets transported to our world, right into Tokyo, Shinjuku, and inhibits this body of this edgy looking kid.
Okay.
And this kid walks around. He's just like, "What the fuck's going on? Like, I don't know. I don't recognize any of this architecture. Usual shit, right?" And he looks at himself. He's like, his throat's cut. An assassin, like somebody ordered a hit on the original owner of the body.
Okay.
And he's walking around, and then soon enough, like the people that are doing the hit notice, like, oh shit, what the fuck? Why is he walking around being alive? I thought we just killed this kid. And so the girl that killed the body comes back and tries to kill him again.
Okay.
Sure.
That's it?
That's
No, that's not it. That's not it.
Keep going.
Keep going. I'm very interested.
And then like they run around, and he gets to this point, and then he remembers that he had this power to see dead things.
You can see the lines.
No, he can't see the lines. He can see ghosts.
He sees dead people.
He sees dead things.
Okay, is it good? Because you mentioned isekai, whatever, reverse isekai, same thing. Is it good?
Is it good?
It is promising thus far, episode 1. I will give another report next week.
Okay.
Okay.
It had a good twist at the end. I will say that much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to not spoil the twist, is why I'm having trouble describing it. The first episode.
That's fair. Okay. Eden Zero?
This one.
We watched the first episode
Of
of...
Mahou Shoujo Magical Destroyers.
Okay, it had a good premise. Did it really execute on it?
That's
I wouldn't say
6.82
so.
rating definitely betrays that.
Okay, so I can give
Look,
a...
okay,
yeah.
no. Shut the fuck up about Mal ratings, they don't matter.
That's so true.
I can give a quick, summary.
No, okay. The viewers can read the fucking Mal description if they want. But definitely appeals to, I think, the kind of viewer that is very immersed to otaku culture, I think. But yeah, I feel like this concept was just executed way better by Penny and Soggy.
I think what this show reminds me of is that the world where dirty jokes aren't allowed or whatever.
So this sounds like a good show if your parents are somewhat ashamed to talk about you in public.
It's a good show. It's like, I don't know, they spend their time, like, it kind of dragged the whole first episode, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just rewatch Benny and Stalking.
Okay, wait. No. The middle one, actually, I do want to give a shot because I've heard similarities to Revue Starlight.
Oh, well, now I have to watch it.
Revue Starlight. Poor man's Revue Starlight, I guess. All right.
Yeah, it's probably the poor man's Revue Starlight, but I don't know until I watch it, you know.
Well, okay. That's on my radar for sure.
That one. The one after that seems to be Otome Action. Okay.
Yeah.
Isekai Shokan. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't think there's any.
Isekai Smart.
Yeah! It got a second season! In another world with my smartphone, let's go!
Did you guys actually watch this?
No!
Why are you beaming it so
The
much?
premise is just really fucking funny to me. Why does he get signal?
Because God said so.
Parth, in your Isekai, things aren't going to be that easy. I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're.
Oh, we can
fake,
look at sequels.
I think we're fake anime fans as far as
One
talking about
Piece.
much of any of the rest
Okay,
of
wait.
What the fuck?
You fucking scroll past like one.
Vinland Saga season 2. I have to watch Vinland Saga. I watched the first episode of the first season.
This
It's pretty
show
good.
is like
No.
not even on my radar.
No. Read the fucking manga. It's so good. I don't know about the adaptation.
I think adaptation hurts pretty good.
No. I don't know about the. I saw a few episodes of the first season. It's It's like you said about like Mashle. I don't know, like it's just not quite there. Like it's almost there, but it just doesn't hit the same notes, I feel like. But the manga's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I have described to you Vinland Saga before. It's the Viking one.
okay. Well, I'll
Yeah,
see.
no no your reaction. Parth is disinterested.
Yeah, that's
No.
that definitely is a big missing mark.
Golden Kamuy, I gotta watch that eventually. Too.
Yeah, the Nier anime that got delayed,
Near
like
that I heard is
times.
also bad. I don't really see a reason why I would watch this.
Yeah,
show.
I know, right? Like, if I wanted to experience it again, I'd just play it again.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
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 I don't know how good this.
Where
Where's
is...
Konosuba's right here?
Yeah. Okay.
Click open the page.
There's so little for me to say about this.
It gets me what I want.
It's
Gives me what I
it's
want.
tiding me over until Konosuba season 3 with my favorite characters. So
I should really watch the Konosuba movies. I should really watch them.
Yeah.
yeah, you should.
I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest Konosuba fan, but it's pretty enjoyable. And I was worried about like it being transferred to a new studio, but I think they're doing fine. They're actually
Yeah.
pretty good.
Visually, the show is basically indistinguishable.
Yeah,
so
it's exactly
the
the
new studio
same.
is definitely doing a great job.
It has that flexible art so that like they can still do gags pretty easily,
Yeah.
which is always good.
The explosions look as beautiful as they always have. Kindred spirit, fellow wielder of Jank, Megumin.
Yep. It's what I wanted. It did not disappoint, did not make me cry myself to sleep at night. Just screaming that they ruined
What anime
Konosuba.
fucking hurt you like this, bro?
I feel like the dynamic between Megumin and like
No, you haven't watched like
humans is not
Classroom of the Elite and some of like the season 2 and you just be like, oh my god. Like what? What?
If I know an anime's gonna hurt me that bad, I'll just stop watching it.
I did stop watching it.
Good.
I was like, I'm gonna read the light novel, bro.
Oh. Oh.
As much as I love Megumin, I do frequently find myself missing the other three main characters.
Yeah.
So the show is good. It's just not quite as strong of a hit as Konosuba proper.
It's just like a different flavor a little bit.
Yeah. Occasionally nice to have.
Alright.
And okay, the real reason
The
why
real
everybody's
show of
actually
this
this
season. The real show of this season. Ranked to number 1.
ranked number 1 of all time.
Could be overtaken again by Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood when
As-
the cultists come out.
when they all form the hate campaign to dethrone whoever dares threaten Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood's place on the top of the leaderboards. Oh my god, this show.
This show is it's pretty good.
So,
Pretty good.
I think we watched this in groups of 2 here, where Chris and I watched it together, and then I think you watched it with Justin.
I watched it with Justin originally,
Yeah.
and then I watched it with you guys, and I'll probably miss the next episode because I'm reading Fate or some stupid shit.
Well, it's your loss. Yeah, I genuinely like about like 15 or 30 minutes into the first episode. The first episode's 90 minutes long. I started to lose faith in Justin's recommendations because the show is so fucking strange.
Mm-hmm.
It dug itself really far down into a hole with the whole like reincarnated as the child of the idol that I am a big fan of.
Then we got tender breastfeeding scene,
And then
is-
Parth left.
and yet it still manages to pull itself back out of that weird horny hole.
Is extremely impressive. What it was actually doing when it was digging a hole, it was building the barrel of a gun. It fell back up into the fucking stratosphere. What a fucking show!
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It continually kind of like adds more and more twists to it. Like,
It slowly justifies every aspect of its premise.
yeah.
I think for me, the most enchanting thing about the show is that it managed to go through about 3 different shows that it could have been, all of which I would have wanted to watch, and then says, no, and then goes even further, and that, like, the willingness to just say, I'm going to be so good at this, and then not even do that, is, I think, what really just made me think, what the fuck is going on here?
You came for Kaguya-sama. You're getting instant bullet.
Have you read Instant Bullet?
I have read Instant Bullet. It's just so fucking great. I love how edgy it is.
It's yeah.
I love Instant Bullet.
I won't say I like it overall, but I do appreciate the fact that it just feels like the culmination of like what a middle schooler really, really, really wanted to write.
Yeah. That really is what it feels like, and I love it for it.
But yeah, I really couldn't have asked for a better adaptation of this. They nailed the first episode, and I do like. I've enjoyed it. From what I've read. I'm not really gonna say anything because I don't want to influence your guys' opinions on the next shit that's coming up. But yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
excited for it.
this is my favorite show I've watched in quite a bit. So, although I've not watched a lot of shows recently, I will watch Chainsaw Man soon.
Just read it, man.
All right.
Yeah, I heard the adaptation isn't quite the best, but I'll watch it and I'll probably read it as well.
We can talk about Suzume, but I don't know how much we want to talk about since only 3 of us have seen it.
Oh, we can just talk about it. I mean, there's really not much like to spoil because it's like Makoto Shinkai's plot is like doesn't change apparently.
Suzume the closer.
It's just Susume. Alright.
It's Suzume the Tojimari. Suzume the
Yeah. No, I was reading like what was under it. Usually it just tells you the English title under it.
That is the English title. The English title is Suzume. That's her name. Yeah. A girl and her wacky chair companion go. The guy she sits on.
Guy she sits on.
Suzume and the guy she sits on go on a wacky adventure after an Instagram chat.
Goes through the second half of my Japan trip that I didn't have.
Somehow one of the most notable parts of this movie is that there was a part in Tokyo.
Yeah.
They showed the Tokyo stations, and I was just
It
like,
was very accurate. I will give it that.
yeah, I was just like, bro, I want to be back. I watched it, and I was just like, bro, take me back.
Take me back. Send me back.
Send me back, please.
I just want to be permanently on vacation in Japan.
I just needed, I think, more polish. I think. It just felt disjointed.
It felt a little disjointed. It was definitely not as strong as Your Name. I just kept being reminded of Your Name, and I was just like, it's just not as good. Also, like the conflict. It's this giant dick monsters that falls and then like causes earthquakes.
I think the fact that you see them exclusively as dick monsters is a huge problem.
What the fuck else did you see this as?
I think you have some things that you need to work out.
It's a dick monster who just like doesn't shave. Like
I mean, I saw it more as like Elden Beast, but
it's like dick falls down, causes earthquake. It's like hard.
literally after the first time I turned adjustment, I said Elden Beast looking ass.
You were lucky I wasn't sitting with you guys, because I was like that. That was me the whole time. I was like, oh, giant dick is falling again.
Oh, I'm glad you sat 3 seats away because you got your ticket late.
I'm glad to. Yeah, I don't know.
Other than that, I mean, it doesn't have the quite as good as the soundtrack. It's Your Name. It's just inferior to Your Name in almost every way, but it's still enjoyable.
It's a good movie, and I recommend watching it.
I'm gonna put it out there. Weathering with You is probably my favorite of his last 3. I mean, I know you two haven't seen it,
Yeah, I
but
haven't seen it. Yeah,
it's probably a controversial opinion. I just, I don't want to spoil anything, but
we'll watch it together.
the main character was based as fuck.
We'll watch it together. I mean, I cry at everything except for Silent Voice. We don't cry at that one.
I did end up crying at the end of this just barely. Silent Voice had me in fucking shambles.
That was just too miserable. I just felt bad the whole time.
Yeah, it is a movie full of assholes.
I'm just like, man.
That's,
It's not.
that's what's sad about it. Like, it's the people are like they've done awful things, but are ultimately.
I think it's just I find it a little bit like too like relatable.
It's too relatable to be sad.
It's just a little.
If it's too relatable for me, like that would make me cry.
That's why
No,
it
no,
makes me
like-
cry.
No, not to myself, to my brother.
Um,
Because I watch my brother, so like it's like watching real life for me a little bit.
Goes from the point of makes you cry to it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Is all I thought. Is I'm just like, yeah, that's just how it is.
all my tears regarding this have dried.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh,
It's not like I want to eat your pancreas, whereas it's like this girl's awesome.
Mason, you and I are still tied for things we haven't cried at, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I haven't made you read fucking Planetarium.
Not yet, no.
I-
I have not cried at a visual novel.
oh my
I feel like they would like Hibike Euphonium.
Yes, I do think they would probably both like it.
I am planning to watch it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's one of the ones I do want to watch.
I must confess my sin. Despite owning the fucking poster for the movie, I've not watched the actual anime series. I am a fake Hibike Euphonium fan.
Oh my, I am in shambles. All right, well, no, that's actually great because then I can all three of you can watch it.
Oh yeah, I guess it's just another list. The next thing that we watch once we finish.
Once we've finished watching the entire catalog of KyoAni's works.
Yes.
Since we're also in the middle of watching Violet Evergarden.
Yeah. So once we finish Violet Evergarden.
Once we finish Violet Evergarden, we're watching Attack on Titan, guys.
Right, Attack on Titan is after that. And then after Attack on Titan, we're rewatching Haruhi, including the entirety of the Endless Eight.
Okay.
And then
I won't.
Yeah, you'll be here.
No,
You'll
I've watched that shit too many times.
You'll be here.
No, I won't be there. I will be here for Hibike. I want to watch that show again.
Okay.
yeah.
That's
So-
yeah. This is mainly the.
Oh fuck! Have you guys seen Clonade After Story?
Huh?
Clonade After Story.
No, I haven't seen any.
Also-
I was
no, I
gonna
haven't
read the visual novel.
Oh, if you guys cried at the other shit, oh boy, oh
Bro,
boy.
like anything that's tea, like that. I just like because I was also reading Little Busters, but I've not gotten to the point where like
Yeah.
because it basically gets you invested and it will just make you cry. It's basically how that every one of their works like are, and I think Clanad is the biggest one. Because Clanad isn't that like basically like a love story pretty much.
Yeah, it does take a long
Yeah, it
time
has
to
long
tell.
build up because it's a visual novel. It's always like this.
Yeah,
Because Little Busters, the one I was reading, is about a group of friends. It's like a super friendship like based one.
Mm-hmm.
It's still romance, of course, but it's based on this group of friends, and they are like, they're like buds.
yeah.
But like, some of them are gonna graduate soon, and some of them are gonna like have to do different shit. and it's
Oh,
just
I don't.
like-
I hate arcs like that.
So are we turning into a TikTok, gotta be hyper-stimulated at all times kind of a podcast? Or...
No, I started
Where's Subway
navigating this
servers?
mentally
Where's the
because-
Minecraft parkour?
Right, the sludge content. I navigated to that because we had a big gap, and then the routine was still going.
We've hardly even talked about all the other anime that make us cry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Were there others? I mean, I'm sure there are.
I'm sure there are. Yeah.
Literally every other time I watch the Review movie, I
Can't even fucking spell
I
it.
Can't even spell
I
it
can't see
correctly.
it through my tears.
Review is pretty good. Parth was right for once.
Fuck you.
For once, he was
Fuck
right.
I mean,
See, I gave it a 10, Parth. See?
And it deserved a 10.
See?
It sure did deserve that 10.
It's so good that we can suffer through it on a tiny phone screen on the plane, and it still slaps.
I'm
Okay,
literally.
I will agree with Parth for once in my life. It is a 10 out of 10.
My taste is base. What can I say?
No, your taste is not base. It is the
My
most
taste is
unbased thing I
base.
know of.
Anyway, have you listened to this band? They're called 100 Gex.
Okay, not gonna lie. Their new album was not bad.
Let's go!
And you know why? Because it made them more listenable.
That's so fair.
It made them more listenable.
I was really sad on the new album that there weren't any songs that were like I need help immediately. That song is a banger.
Oh, God.
But Frog on the Floor is so good. Derek still listened to it.
Oh my god.
I will admit when
How did you even end up listening to the album?
I don't know, like
Did you just give up?
I guess I saw like the so I don't watch Fantano's reviews that often. I kind of just click on his videos, see what he rates. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll like listen to it another time. But yeah, I was like, I don't want to completely dismiss this band forever if they're gonna like maybe try again with something different. So I gave one of their songs a chance, and then I listened to the whole album.
Wait, which song did you listen to?
I forget.
Was it just the first song of the album?
No, it wasn't.
Um, did it have a
I
music
think,
video?
I think it was like shit. It might have been Cheetos and Doritos.
Yeah. No, that was so good. Fuck. That was... I really love that one as a piece of Gex media because you can really tell a Gex song is good when you fucking hate it on the first listen. And then you re-listen to it and you're like, actually, this song is good.
I'm not gonna lie. That new album, I would listen to it again.
Let's go.
So I ordered my.
You're unbanned from playing it.
Now, the anime I most wanted to ask about is these two,
Yes.
Parth and Mason, are currently 10 episodes into Violet Evergarden.
Yes.
The
They
thing that's
are.
most recently been making them both cry.
I have not cried a single time since beginning the rewatch.
The rewatch.
The rewatch.
He's
I
entering new content too.
I watched up to 10 with Chris when we lived in our old shitty Oakland apartment. But this rewatch, I've come close a few times because the show is good, but have not cried yet.
And now we're about to enter new content. But what I wanted to ask is your thoughts so far on, say, the development of Violet as a character and how the show's been going.
Pretty
Actual anime analysis on the anime podcast.
good. It's pretty good.
Bold content direction.
Pretty good.
I do like that Violet is a human being.
They're becoming more and more human as each episode progresses.
I think this is a great setup for devastating emotional payoff.
Why, that's some cogent foreshadowing, I think. Starting from episode 10 when you finally see her just fucking...
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god, fake fan.
Okay, I've seen like most of KyoAni stuff, but I have not seen Violet, and I've not seen Hyoga. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, Hyoga's so good!
No,
It's
I
pretty
know.
good. It was like based on my suggestion.
I know.
You should
I know.
watch it.
Shut up. I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah,
You
Hyoga's
don't know.
pretty
You're not
good.
gonna look it up. I'm gonna watch it.
I think the KyoAni shows that we've each watched have been basically just the exact opposite sets.
Yeah, probably.
Aside from Haruhi.
Yeah, Haruhi is like the universal.
The great equalizer.
Watch Haruhi. First watch Lucky Star.
Did you at least watch K?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I have not watched KO.
Lucky Star is Haruhi too.
It kinda is.
Okay, so I've ordered it by Spore so I can find the
I
ones
tried
can.
watching the rebuilds, but not the original Evangelions.
So Eureka Set. Oh my god, I love this show so much. I'll make you guys watch it eventually. This is my favorite mecha show.
Yeah.
Okay, has everyone actually watched the rebuilds?
No,
Yes.
Mason has not seen the
I'm the
rebuilds.
only
my
person
God.
here who has not.
We should just take a complete detour from everything we've watched and watch all 4 of the Evangelion rebuild movies.
After Violet Evergarden movie, please.
Fine.
After Attack on Titan.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with Parth here and say it should taste.
Okay, so the rebuilds are not universally great, but they have some of the greatest moments.
Okay, I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah, Rebuild 1 is just the anime again.
But Slightly nicer animated, but a little rushed feeling.
Yeah. Rebuild 2 is just worse than the version of the anime that it covers.
Kinda, yeah.
Rebuild 3 is kind of doing its own thing, and I think most people are gonna like End of Ava and the original anime run a lot better than 3.33.
I think the biggest problem with 3 is that it feels incomplete, and then was just the cliffhanger for way too long.
Yeah.
Until we get to 3.0 plus 1.0,
Yes.
which is probably some of the best Ava content I've seen.
Yes. The rebuilds are worth going through solely to see 3.0 plus 1.0, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna like disagree here and say I kind of didn't like it that much, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, both of the other endings of Evangelion are like missing something for me. Like the original ending, it was my prior favorite, and I still really, really like. But I also like it does feel rushed and incomplete and a little empty because it was
is.
rushed and incomplete.
It's not the ending he wanted to do.
And then End of Evangelion, it like doesn't have the same like emotional impact that I feel like it does have a strong emotional impact. Like End of Evangelion is a great movie, but it like feels a lot less interesting directorially than the last 2 episodes of the original anime run. And it also is like a fucking mean ending.
It is a mean ending. Yeah.
I will say probably that the part with Rei, not trying to spoil too much, the part with Rei in 3.0 plus 1.0 is one of the few pieces of media to actually cause me to cry in public. Is like what makes it, in my eyes, some of the best Ava content, period.
Did you cry in public? So you
That
do cry.
or-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it does happen. It's just it takes a lot.
So I don't know. I'm gonna say that like he had a message that I think was delivered fine. I agree that the original ending was a little rushed, but I still really like it. I agree with your assessment on End of Ava, but yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like he was just doing the same message again, but he was just like beating it over your head this time, like for an hour.
But it was a cool sequence.
It was cool, but like, damn, like
And the soundtrack is so good.
I really like the soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie. As a movie, I'm not gonna say that I liked it that much, and that's my piece on that.
Okay. Yeah. One day there will be another person who's watching Eureka 7.
Well, Toradora, which I always think to myself, man, I should rewatch, and then stop rewatching 5 or 6 episodes in.
Really?
I mean, I don't dislike Toradora.
I think well, like, all the good shit's at the end though.
That is true.
I keep like stop watching right before like the ending, but I think it's honestly just okay.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it's quite good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. That's probably
You know,
got my
I did like it a long time ago. I will say that.
it's probably got my favorite tsundere, like classical tsundere character. Like I enjoyed this.
I think Justin is just mad that Ami doesn't win. Every time he rewatches the show, and if he doesn't finish it, then Ami doesn't lose.
Tommy doesn't lose. Not in my heart.
Maybe this year it will be different.
Cross game. This one is a.
Has anyone else watched it?
Well, I'm going to talk about this because I love this show.
All right. Well,
The first episode was very emotional.
The first episode is very emotional. It's amazing because it covers the entire first volume of the manga.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
haven't watched past it.
yeah, it's
Oh no, I watched 10 episodes, but not past it.
yeah. I watched the whole series. It's like it's very different from other sports manga because it's more like life. Life is a greater like portion of it rather than the sport itself.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
It feels a lot more realistic because a lot of these like shonen like sports manga, I feel like I'm just like, bro, like this is it. Like especially the cycling one. I was like, god damn.
No, I like totally get you on this, and I feel like it's like a show slash manga that I really like would have liked and definitely appeals to me. I just couldn't get into it for some reason. But like, I go like right because right now I'm like reading Yugami-kun. It's like a manga. It's like it's not that similar, but like just like the way it's. I mean, there's like also baseball on the side, but like
Yeah.
uh, like I just really, really, really like the way they handle the characters. It's like unlike anything else I've ever seen. But yeah, like shit like that. I feel like should appeal to me, but I don't know. Like maybe I should give it another try.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
can give
trying
it
to
another
think.
try with the manga as well.
And I'm
Yeah.
trying to get into Yugami-kun, but it's not clicking with me.
I actually don't know what the fuck this is. I'm gonna look at it.
How many chapters are you read?
I
There's one. You.
like 5.
I think you should read a little more. And if it doesn't click with you, it doesn't click with you. Yeah, I don't know. Like I haven't seen characters handled quite like this pretty much ever. Find it really refreshing. And it's not like at least so far, like romance. It's just I don't know how to describe
It
it.
is nice when things aren't just romance.
Yeah, that's
Because everything is fucking romance. I do love romance, but I also love things that aren't romance. So, cool.
yeah, okay. I mean, it's got a good score, so if a manga has that good of a
Now
score,
scores
you
don't
already
mean anything.
My scores don't mean anything. My scores do mean.
my scores mean everything. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we were.
Mahou Shoujo Magical.
Not gonna lie, the last episode gets me every time.
It's good. I also still love Rebellion. It is no longer my favorite anime movie because I have seen
That was your
You?
favorite.
Rebellion was my favorite anime movie for a really long time. It like jostled for first place with fucking Disappearance of Haruhi.
I'm surprised you gave Sakura no Pet no Kanojo
A 10. That might have been a mistake. Just
Okay.
like Hataraku Mao-sama still being at a 10.
Uh-huh.
I think that's just the problem with these lists is half of these we probably watched like so long ago that
I watched this last time in high school.
yeah.
Yeah.
I watched this series twice.
So rather than going through this list, maybe just keep to things you can actually remember without the list.
I never remember stuff. I
I
feel like
like no. The problem is that
Like,
I
if I
don't
rewatch-
consistently watch anime anymore, so it's harder for me to remember.
but I feel like if I rewatched some of this today, like I wouldn't like it as much. Or maybe I'd like some stuff more. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like I only go through about like 50 places usually, and after that I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter because like this is my favorite anime.
50 places is a
Get
lot of
Dance?
places.
Yes, this is
Get
my
Dance?
favorite anime.
I
never
heard the
of it.
name.
What is it about?
It's like Gintama in high school. That's basically what it is.
Is it like long running?
It's 77 episodes, so probably.
Yeah, it went on for a while.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's big. It's like if you like Gintama, you'll like this.
I'm like,
It's
so
Switch Usui.
yeah. So basically,
Brave having his preferred position in his title.
yeah.
Not a top, not a bottom. He's a switch.
It's it's a play on his last name.
I believe you. I just think this is funnier.
Yeah, it's basically this dude who can think really hard if he puts his goggles on.
Okay.
This dude who does not talk, he instead talks with his synthesizer thing, speech synthesizer. There's a big backstory on why he does that.
Okay.
Yeah, and this girl who's like basically like the brawn, the muscle of the group, and they basically they run a club that kind of just like takes requests and just like try to like help people.
This definitely seems like a Gintama setup.
It's basically Gintama in high school.
I am vaguely reminded of Medaka Box,
It's similar to that. Yeah, it's similar to that.
which was a fun watch.
I heard actually no, it's just that the manga goes really hard. Is what I've heard about it.
It
Yeah.
does.
And that the anime covers shit that the worst part of the manga, and the manga like goes super hard after wherever the anime
I don't
leaves
even
off.
It went so hard I forget like what went on.
In the manga, yeah, it kind of just goes to 11. I don't know if I agree with it, but sure, I guess.
Yeah. No, this I really like this show. Like, it's got like whenever it goes into the backstory of each of the characters, I'm just like, damn.
Okay.
Yeah, the main trio is very strong, and it's also got a good supporting cast as well. It's some of I think this and Psyche always competes for the best comedy.
All right, Justin, what would you say the best comedy anime is?
Not gonna lie, I would say Psyche.
Psyche is so good.
It's like
It's really good.
I have not seen Psyche.
I I was like just genuinely impressed when I saw it because like I said before, anime that gets like comedic timing right is very hard to come by.
Okay, this is not
And
actually under 20 episodes, by the way.
Good
And-
lord.
It's actually 24.
Does Mob Psycho count as a comedy anime?
Not
I
I
really.
think
guess
it's a
it-
drama.
Yeah, it's more like it's kind of personal drama.
This
If
is
I
not
go
what it-
by anime that I rewatch, I think my favorite comedy anime is actually No Comment. I've seen it so many times.
When
It's so fun to rewatch.
I rewatched it and I was just like, not as.
I
good as
think
that.
the problem is you speak Japanese. The localization job on that anime is like 80% of the appeal.
Yeah, I would. It's the subs are kind of.
It's so much better. The subs are very clearly so much better than the original dialogue. That frankly, Godspeed to those people, single-handedly making the case for localization over transliteration.
Okay, one thing I've been a little curious about now is what show would you want to rewatch because you think you'll actually enjoy it more now that you've had some time away from it? For me, I would probably say it'd be something like Welcome to the NHK. Because that one that I first watched when I was like 19.
Welcome to the NHK is really good.
And like it was good, and I could tell that it was good, and I could tell that I just didn't have enough life until to really understand the show. And I think having gone through like some shit now, I can probably understand that show.
Yeah,
I think that will bring me to fucking tears.
So the problem for me is I didn't start watching anime until college.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
So I don't have shows that I watched when I was like relatively young that I feel like I could come back to with like a significant like change in outlook.
Okay.
Like the show for me that's like deep that I watched when I hadn't really gone through way too much of life is Evangelion, and I've rewatched Evangelion so many times.
Yeah. So I would.
There's plenty of those for me though.
Yeah, like, cause Eva for me, like, I saw it first when I was like 13, 14, and I don't know, I guess I like just wasn't like super cautious, cause like the viewing experience between that and when I watched it years later was like completely different. It was like a completely different show, and I was like, holy shit. I didn't even watch the show when I first watched it.
Yeah, for me, the shit that would do that to me would be like some of the old Hindi movies that I used to see as a kid.
Yeah.
So like there's the Hindi movie that literally every Gujarati on the planet always watches, which is Kabhi Khushi Kabhie Gham, which I actually all I know is that I was shown it a lot as a child and did not particularly understand it. And I remember none of the plot and need to watch it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So my example for this topic would be this show right here. Because
Hmm.
this show has meetings in it. And as a teenager, I don't understand it. What's wrong with the meetings in this show. But now that I've worked in a job, this is the funniest shit ever. All the meetings are just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Corporate meetings are like this. There's nothing going on in it.
I should watch
I
that
do-
then. That
I-
sounds awesome.
No, well, no, it's only in like one specific arc though.
Yeah, it's one specific arc, but kind of like all the relationship stuff kind of in this show in general. In this season, I just did not understand when I watched it when I was 14.
No, I think it's just a problem with the show. Not gonna lie,
It's a little bit of a problem with the show, but like I think I did understand it a little better after I watched it like 4 years later.
there are a bunch of like 80s and 90s shows that I try to give a shot. Like, when I was younger, that I couldn't really appreciate that much. But they're not coming to the top of my head right now.
The anime that I watched when I was younger was Sword Art Online.
Truly a masterpiece of our
A
time.
masterpiece
Dubbed.
of
I
our
watched
time.
it dubbed.
I mean, that was one of the first animes I watched. So I mean,
They made Asuna say asshats.
What?
That's where I learned the word asshat.
God, this is
She said asshat in one of the fucking TV spots saying, oh, coming up next on Toonami or whatever it showed, Sword Art Online. And it was Asuna saying fucking asshat. And I was like, yeah!
Yes.
That girl knows what's up. That's a cool word.
I need to rewatch both My Hero
No,
Academia
you don't.
to give it a solid,
No, you don't.
a solid.
I should rewatch Bunny Girl Senpai. Hold on, that's a show that I might actually
No joke. I need to give it a solid score down.
Yeah.
Solid
That would
score
be-
down.
Yeah.
Dude, just put it at 5 and be done with it.
No,
Woo!
no.
I don't get why you have to waste like 25 episodes just to get a fucking Mal rating.
No, we have to go back. We have to go all the way back. No, I'm not gonna do it anytime soon though.
Well,
I don't know. Like the more things I hear about the later parts that I didn't read or watch, I'm just like, man, it really does fall off, huh? But
anyway, Bunny Girl Senpai, which is a good show that people should watch.
yeah, we all watched it, right?
I didn't.
Monster.
You should watch it. It's
It's
good.
pretty good.
I love the main character.
The main
He's
character is
fun.
so based. He's the most based guy.
Bunny Girl Senpai is a show that I found memorable enough that I still remember its like weird music leitmotif, the bum dun dun dun.
Yeah.
I don't remember it well.
The movie, I like.
The movie I did, I watched it. It wasn't a bad
I don't want to
movie.
spoil the shit that happens, but like,
It was kind of
I knew where it was going, and
little
it
miserable.
still got me.
It was pretty miserable to watch.
Yeah, it was. But I fucking love shows that make me feel goddamn miserable.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, if it's bad, then I know who to blame.
Yeah.
Bro, I wish some of you guys watched up to this. Oh
Oh,
my
okay.
god. I really wish, because it's so good. It's
Not Attack on
Honestly,
Titan.
I
We don't
understand
need to
that
watch Attack on
feeling,
Titan.
but I'm sorry.
What?
I'm probably not gonna touch Attack on
What?
Titan for a while. I will eventually.
I mean, once it finishes, yeah, you can just watch it straight through. So, it's like the first season is pretty different from the rest. I mean, each season is different, but the first season is now the weakest link.
Alright, well, if we keep scrolling down your Mal list,
Okay, well, I do want to mention Ghost in the Shell. That's probably one of the things.
Oh,
that
yeah,
I
yeah.
saw younger, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, this one requires a few rewatches. Yeah, I watched it now about 2 or 3 times.
I originally watched it having paid for it on Steam.
that's
So
awesome.
you can see in my Steam library, one of my like 20 most played things is Ghost in the Shell the movie.
Can you show me Ghost in... Can you share your
It's
Steam
hilarious.
library with me so I can watch Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson.
I don't want to see that one.
Not again.
Why do they keep making anime things live action? They're anime on purpose. People are treating anime like it's a limitation.
I think it's just Hollywood's bad. It's just
Yeah.
Are you highlighting High Score Girl?
I'm gonna
High Score Girl is the
Because
anime
we're
that
gonna
got
make a
mixed
great
into fighting
tran.
games.
We're gonna make a great transition to Street Fighter 6 from this. We're gonna-
No,
What
not
fighting games do
anymore.
they play in High Score Girl?
Oh, what? They play Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2.
So they get the
Championship
actual
edition.
fighting games, or are they like the McDonald's? Of
No,
fighting games?
like they play the games.
That's kind of sick.
No, this is like
They play
real. This is like they're in the 90s. The show starts in 91 and ends in like 96.
Yeah, and then the show has the games in
yes,
it. Okay, that's
yes.
cool.
Like at some point, this is like huge thing that the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn and shit's coming out, and
Wait,
the main character has to
When
do
did
something.
this come out? Was this a while ago?
This was
Or was it recent?
This is old.
2019.
That's not old. But
It's old in air quotes.
It's
Okay.
old for the fucking anime zoomer here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
anime zoomer here. Yeah.
This came
Okay.
out when I was in sophomore year of college, so that's old.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of an odd animation style. It's like 3D-ish, but
It's interesting.
it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this is what got me interested into playing fighting games at all, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Fighting games such as
I played
Such as Street
Oh my
Fighter
God.
6! Such as Street Fighter 6!
Street Fighter. I was gonna make a longer transition, but
No, we don't need longer.
We don't need a longer transition. We get to talk about Street Fighter 6.
oh my god.
We gotta talk about the savior,
Anime
the savior of fighting games.
Oh, so how much of this did you watch, Parth?
I have not seen it. I saw Sejam cover it.
I've seen the whole showcase,
Yeah, I've
and
seen
I'm
the whole
very
showcase.
excited.
This is looking like
That's why I was playing
The
it without
savior
audio,
fighting
so we
game.
could talk about it as it comes
is
up.
looking like the savior of fighting.
I didn't even know I was going to be on this podcast until about 2 hours ago, so I didn't watch this.
Yeah, I had no intention of watching the whole thing.
Wait,
It's-
okay.
okay.
Do you-
I can give you like the
Do you
clip
know
notes.
fighting
on-
games?
I play occasional fighting games, but
Okay.
I don't even have a real controller, and I've been playing exclusively on keyboard, which fucks up my wrists.
Okay. What are your thoughts on motion inputs?
Okay, so motion inputs is actually the thing that bounced me off the very first time I tried to play fighting games when I was like 12. And that's
Okay.
because I couldn't do any of them at all because I was 12. A lot of that is down to the fact that I think I was just playing on controller and I couldn't get them physically consistent enough. And moving to keyboard hitbox style input is what made me able to play fighting games.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember learning Undertale on pad, and then becoming frustrated at the fact that A, I was having difficulty doing like Lin's usual like quarter circles and Z inputs, and B, holding buttons as Batista for the gems on controller is the worst thing in the whole universe because you have to hold A and then use B and C to do your regular attacks, and then let go of A to place the gem.
Mm-hmm.
So-
For me, I almost find playing on a hitbox style controller to be kind of similar to. It's almost musical in a way, in that just a lot of the motion inputs are very similar to what you actually do with your fingers on a wind instrument.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm like realizing that maybe the problem is like the default controller, like the Xbox and PS controllers, like they're just not suited for fighting games, I feel like. Because like you have the D-pad, which is like always fucking shitty. It's still shitty on the PS controller, and the Xbox is not much better. And then you have like a lot of new players, I feel, because I have some friends that like just like play it casually. They like use a stick for the motion inputs, which is like it's not the it's like it's just inconsistent.
Yeah.
And it's like fine, but I think it still feels awkward. So
But then you have the new problem of now the barrier to entry for playing fighting games is buying a $150 snack box.
yeah,
To some extent, sure, but alternatively, the barrier to entry is buying a keyboard.
And
Yeah, you
playing
can
on PC.
you can play
Yeah.
on keyboard, and most people play on PC over here.
And now PC ports aren't garbage. They used to be just the worst thing in the entire universe, but now they're all very consistently good, and crossplay is starting to get added to games.
Yeah. Other than breaking Strive,
Other than
but yeah.
We're ignoring Strive until they figure out what's going on. Can someone get Daisuke some glasses?
I am gonna chill the Vita D-pad until the end of time, but even still, like, I feel like it would still be awkward for a lot of people to do motion inputs on D-pads.
I remember
Yeah.
trying to do motion inputs on the 3DS Circle Pad.
The only input that I found easier on pad is the Tiger Knees. Tiger Knee on hitbox is very, very unintuitive. That is the thing that I've struggled the most to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've basically just decided I do not play characters that require me to have up in any
So-
of my inputs that isn't just a jump.
Tiger Knee
Granted,
forward is
purely
fine.
skill.
Tiger Knee backwards is the problem.
Oh.
I guess it's picked up his hitbox.
Yeah, so Tyranny forward, like, because
Yeah,
like, you can do like this, right? But
Right.
like this is very unnatural. Going this is unnatural, so I go like this now.
With the opposite thumb.
Yeah,
So-
I use my thumb for up.
Oh,
Well, you
yeah.
always use your thumb for up, but you use your right thumb.
Yeah, I
for
use
up.
my right thumb for up.
Yeah, so usually when one would do a tiger knee, or like
Uh-huh.
usually when one would press up on a hitbox, you use your left thumb. You'd use your whole left hand for your actual like character up, down,
I don't
left, right
feel like that
movements, and
unnatural
the
to me.
right
We
hand
can boot up Melty
exclusively
later. We can boot up Melty later, and you can try
Okay.
doing these dang combos. Because
But-
like I have to do 2 of them in my combo.
One of the reasons why people like their hands being so close together on a snack box, even though I think it would be a lot more comfortable
It's
for
more of a
controller.
timing thing, so that I always get the jump cancel at the right time. Because if I do it too early, then Melty like gets angry.
Sure. So, Parth, what were you saying?
Yeah, one of the reasons people like their controller being keeping their hands so close together like this instead of having them be split, which is a little bit more natural for like your wrists, is because they're able to use their right thumb for cases like this, where it might not be comfortable to do everything with your left hand.
The one disadvantage I would say to playing on keyboard, other than my own like wrist issues as well, is some inputs become like way more difficult. I have a friend who tried to ask me to play Skullgirls with him, and for that switching characters, you have to hit like it's 2 buttons at once, and by default, you have like your top row of 3 buttons, bottom row of 3 buttons.
Right.
It's
Oh,
like
it's like a
light
spot.
punch plus
Yeah.
light kick, which are usually one on top of the other.
Yeah.
And that becomes way more difficult because usually you just lay your finger down, but on a keyboard, that's just going to hit a whole bunch of stray keys, probably including your jump button.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that being a problem
Yeah.
on regular keyboard.
I think I've gotten used to that one because of that's
on
the
a
throw input.
hitbox, it's really easy.
Yeah,
But
it's
on
throw input
keyboard,
for
it's
Street
not.
Fighter, so that I can always do it pretty fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one is.
You can borrow my snack box. I'm not using it.
Yeah.
I'll borrow your snack box for life.
Just like I borrow your drawing tablet for life, and
Yeah.
also your car for
Your
life.
car, your car that you basically loaned for a life.
Well.
Yes. So yeah, the basic cliff note summaries of this showcase is that there's the story mode, which is an open world Yakuza style RPG.
Dude, I looked at this, I'm like, this shit should have been done like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was done 10 years ago. It's called Guilty Gear 2.
Yeah! Guilty Gear 2! Give it up for Guilty Gear 2!
Oh, it's not a fighting game.
Yeah.
That's not a fighting game. Counterpoint, that's not a fighting game. Counterpoint, that's a MOBA game.
Woo!
Nice Game's Vision game.
That's before Daisuke saw the optometrist.
Yeah, I'm glad Daisuke got LASIK, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Daisuke got LASIK after that one. It made extra. He still made Danger Time, but he made extra.
Danger Time, bring back Danger Time.
No,
They should
don't do
bring
that.
back Danger
Oh,
Time.
you fucked up a little.
They should bring back Danger Time.
Please don't bring it back.
Yo, I kept saying how cool I thought Danger Time was, and Justin's like, if you actually ever play any of Xrd, you'll understand how much Danger Time fucking sucked. And then I played Xrd and got into Danger Time several times, and I was like, Danger Time is the coolest shit in the entire
You
world.
don't play the game! There's a difference between playing and playing!
I
Playing
don't
the
fucking
game
care.
is
I
bad.
promise. Dude, I love stupid random bullshit.
Okay.
You have any idea?
You
I have
know,
like
okay, I'm not.
I have how
okay.
many hours in Dota 2 and I still run
I don't
stupid
actually
fucking
hate
shit.
I don't actually hate Danger Time that much, but
I want them to bring it back.
No, that doesn't need to
Right,
come
it
back.
doesn't need to
Bring
come
it
back.
back.
It doesn't need to come
It needs
back.
to come back.
Part just because you don't win anything doesn't mean it needs
That
to
is
come
not.
back.
I have no doubt. Look, the thing is, mechanics like that favor strong players even more.
no, they don't. No, they don't.
I think it just like favors who anyone who gets the straight hit.
Okay, at my level, because I fucking suck. Like Danger Time would not help me win matches. I just think it's funny.
All right, let's make a fighting game with all the funny mechanics Parth can think of.
Yeah.
Isn't that just called Blaze?
Okay.
No, it's a good game.
It is called Blaze Blue.
No,
and
Blaze
it
is
is
a-
good.
This is a good game.
It's
Can't be
just
that.
QED. Blaze Blue is a game that's just full of all the funny fighting game ideas, and it's good. I'm a genius.
Alright, what I'm thinking is that the fighting game community are full of cowards. What we need to do is do analog enforced inputs. 1/3 circle inputs.
Yeah, let's go.
Sounds awful. What the fuck is that?
1/3 quarter circle. Woo!
Bro, I don't want to go back to the Street Fighter 1
Yeah.
days. Street Fighter 1 days. I played Street Fighter 1. I was mashing like crazy to get Fireball out.
Yeah, but if you do get a fireball, you take like.
Oh yeah, if you actually get it out, it does like half damage. It's like ridiculous. Oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, this has got Yakuza mode.
Anyway, this stream is sponsored by Hyper Fight Max Battle. Hyper Fight Max Battle. Rollback, maybe?
roll back.
Soon. Soon TM.
Yeah, so it's got Battle Hub. That's what was in the beta.
The only thing that is a little questionable is I think the graphical fidelity could be a little bit better in the open world. In game it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's probably the reason why Tekken 8 looks better is that Tekken 8 is PS5 only.
Yeah.
And this game is also on PS4 as well. And that's probably the main reason why it looks the way it does.
It has the weird early PS4 everything looks slightly too shiny kind of look to it.
Yeah.
That's what I think
I think
makes it
it's
the most
also
dated.
part of it is that they're using the Resident Evil engine.
My brother and Bear. Either play the video or pause the video.
Just let go of the mouse.
No.
I can unplug it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that solves all the
I'm
problems.
not sure how I feel about still keeping PS4 support, but I kind of get it.
The thing is, I don't think they want to swap to PS5s for tournament.
Well, they
I
are.
think
They are.
Oh, they are.
At Evo, yes, they are.
Okay.
Which is why
With
I'm
the
like,
smaller tournaments, it would kill all the small Street Fighter scenes to have to buy PS5s.
yeah.
So
For
that's
Evo, that'll be the case. I'll have to see how CEO does it, basically. I won't go to that one because it's in Daytona, Florida. But
They'll have to switch eventually.
Are
Like-
DualShock 4s PS5 compatible? No, right?
it's a little
Only
weird.
when you're playing a PS4 game.
So
Which is
if you're playing
dumb.
Street Fighter 5 on the PS5, can you use a DualShock 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Street Fighter 6, I don't know, but
Oh, Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6 only if you're playing the PS5 version. You have to like download separate versions if you want to play like.
So if you want to use a DualShock 4 while playing Street Fighter 6 on the PS5, you need to download the PlayStation 4 version of Street
Yeah.
Fighter 6 to your PlayStation 5.
Yeah, and
to
they're
use
probably
DualShock
not going to use that version, to be honest.
yeah.
I don't understand. Someone has to explain to me why you can't use the DualShock 4 on a PlayStation 5.
I can't explain to you.
I can't explain.
I hate.
it to you.
I think that decision's.
I believe it's called controller sales.
It's tough.
The developers want to use that DualSense technology, bro.
Yeah, if you don't have the feedback triggers, then can you really say you're truly experiencing Street Fighter 6?
Can you truly say you're experiencing that Ratchet and Clank game? Oh yeah, so this is a new thing they added. So like, as there's a setting for you to have them be more beat up as they take more damage.
Yo,
Oh,
I
that's
always
cute.
wanted that. I always really wanted.
I'm not sure if you're being sarcastic. I'm not sure if you're being.
I always wanted my character to reflect how I feel mentally after a devastating loss.
Oh yeah, they get black eyes and shit. Like,
That's neat.
yeah, you'll see it in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I would also get a black eye in real life if I did that too.
No, I don't think you would because it wouldn't hit you in the eye.
No,
I
no,
feel
I meant
like
like
you would get
taking that by
you
a
would get a-
Zangief player.
You
Not
would get
that.
a broken neck.
No, I meant like getting
in
hit
real
by
life.
that in tournament.
Yeah.
I feel like getting hit by that in tournament would actually cause you to simply perish in real life.
Oh, yeah, that's also fair. God, the muscles are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Homeless Ken.
The animations are
yeah, black eye. Yeah, see.
pretty fucking perfect. That's my
Yeah,
man
they-
on the right, now left.
Jamie.
Yeah. His whole gimmick is that he has the drunken fist style.
That is really great.
I'm gonna keep drinking after every knockdown.
Yeah, that's his gimmick.
I'm gonna keep
That is so
drinking.
sick.
Is it considered a performance-enhancing drug if the player gets drunk on the tournament stage?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Daigo's always drunk. I don't know.
Just because he's washed doesn't mean he's drunk.
No, he's both.
Yeah, I mean, this game looks cool enough that I'm probably going to give it like a proper shot instead of like the 2 games I played during
Yeah,
the
2 games you played, didn't understand the system mechanics, Garden gives up.
Yeah. I mean, like, Street Fighter is not a franchise I've been particularly interested in ever. But this game is so fully featured that
Yeah,
it's hard to
yeah.
argue with. I like want to like this game really bad.
Also, like, you should be able to do links in this game. Like, you should be able to do them. The training mode is, like, fully featured enough, you should be able to do
So,
that.
yeah, this game has like a fully fleshed out single player mode, really nice tutorials, really cool system mechanics that people are actually enjoying. That
Yeah, 'cause,
that make it more interesting to watch.
In the training
A really
mode,
awesome character roster, great visual effects, and cool like commentator tech. And then
yeah,
Melty Blood has free character DLC, so they're about the same.
they're about the same. What was it? Like, basically, so in training mode, they have this frame counter thing. So you can tell when you're actionable as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So I don't know if I think they showed it at some point, but... Oh yeah, this. Yes, this.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
So you should be able to do links.
Or at least I can tell what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, which is a big help, because it is a
Yeah.
big problem with fighting games. You cannot tell. Like, if I had this stupid thing, like, my learning multi combos would be so much easier if I had this.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're so unintuitive.
Yeah, but like I said, you'd have a really hard time learning Dan combos if you had to pay $10 to play her. So
Yeah. But no, this is massive.
yeah,
This is one of the biggest problems with fighting games, is that I cannot tell when I'm actionable.
even one of the most fully featured fighting games of all time, Them's Fighting Herds, doesn't have this.
Yeah.
I can definitely see this getting modded into other fighting games, frankly.
Yeah. But this is huge.
Or
yeah.
something that you could purchase for $20 in Tekken. Come on, Harada! Come on!
It's gonna be so funny when he does it again.
Can't wait to see the frame data DLC for Tekken 8. They can't keep letting him get away with it. Rollback is $20.
It's the Lil Wayne.
Rollback,
my favorite.
rollback is no longer 3. Rollback is now 30.
Oh yeah, so they also revealed the season 1 pass as well. So they're gonna put in
The DLC is already here. You see, this is why Melty Blood is the true savior of fighting.
I heard the director's super bass though. He commentated the games in Evo Japan, top 8 finals.
Oh dang!
And he also like
We
played
were there
with
for
people.
that.
Yeah, he also played with people on day 2 as well.
Kuma
We
still
were there
has
for that.
the lion mane.
He's got the white hair now though.
He just-
It's got Rashid. Didn't you want
He
to
just looks like
deal with
Wukong.
Rashid again?
Oh yeah.
Also, he's not the base game. He's in the first DLC pack.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So basically,
always DLC.
Akuma's always
He is?
DLC. Yeah, he pretty much always
Yeah.
is.
Come on, you think feet like that are free?
Akuma is like always busted.
And like any like fan favorite characters
Yeah.
will be DLC.
It's
so that
any
they can
fan
get,
favorite that is not part of the original 8 World Warriors will be DLC.
Okay, that makes sense.
so that they can get people to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akuma is a fan favorite. He's probably gonna be like, you touch him like twice and he's gonna die, but he's gonna have like 30,000 moves like he always does.
Bam, bam,
Bam.
dude. The fact that the person who uses their whatever it's called second
$1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah, I should quit my job and just play this.
What is it? What is it called with the when you do like the drive attack?
Drive Impact.
Drive impact. Yeah, whoever does drive impact second winning the interaction is so cool to me.
It's big risk.
Yeah.
Drive Impact is always a risk.
Unless your opponent's in burnout, then you can just use it for free.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You can still jump it. You can still jump it.
You can
though.
still jump it, yeah, but like when you're defending your opponent doing all the other things, and
Yeah, then
you
it's
have to
hard. Yeah,
react to the
then it's
drive
pretty
impact.
hard.
I'll have to see my opinion on it when I actually like give it like
Oh
a
yeah,
good
you
amount
didn't get
of
into
hours.
the beta, did you?
But I have the
No.
demo downloaded right now.
No, I have the demo on my PS. So
Yeah.
I've been playing it, but like I haven't like actually like been trying to improve at it, you know, like
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
It
playing
is
ranked.
extremely funny to me that I got in and Mason didn't when they did the
I
network
mean,
test.
it's not that surprising. It's just completely random.
The desire sensor is real. That was so fun. I can't wait to roll more gacha when we're in Japan next year. I'm actually allocating more money for it next time we go.
Yes, I've converted Parth to gacha.
Gotcha action.
What was that pitiable look?
The gotcha action.
Gambling is a-okay and also fun.
Every time I think, like, sometimes I think about maybe I'll try playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I remember the Hearthstone days. Me screaming relentlessly.
Man, good old Hearthstone, the only game I regret spending money on.
I think if there's anything you should play, it's a fireplace video, sir.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and put on a 24-hour fireplace video. Why the incognito tab? What fireplace video are you about to show us?
What fireplace?
Erotic fireplace.
You know, from
action.
what I've heard, I don't think these videos are not safe for work.
Yeah, advertisements. Woo! Sorry, I just got derailed.
Would you call a fireplace video not safe for work, Parth?
Well, if it isn't safe for work, Mason's in some serious trouble.
Yeah, I certainly am in trouble.
We're not working.
Yep.
Oh, but you put on.
Yeah, there we go. Fireplace.
Put it on
live.
No, Mason, could you please tell us your deep relationship with fireplace videos?
Well, one day, so I used to watch free code camp videos. I pretended to watch them.
Okay.
Because they're usually 24 hours, I can put them on. One day, I think I thought about, in community recreation centers, like your local whatevers, right? They would have fireplace videos. I'd be like, that's a good way to keep my laptop on.
Wait, this is actually part of the fucking topics list.
No, it's not.
So the reason we named this thing to having to do with anything about fireplaces at all was because I thought it would be extremely fun because Mason is well known for doing this to keep his laptop on when he's not actually at his computer, so he doesn't show up as offline on Slack. So
Okay.
the initial idea for the podcast name was 12-hour fireplace stream. Which is extremely funny because we were trying to come up with a podcast name that hadn't been done before. And I highly doubt there's any podcast named a 12-hour fireplace stream, but it would still make us completely unsearchable.
Uh-huh.
So, Fireplace Gachikoi, and then Gachikoi
Gachikoi
Fireplace sounds better.
Yeah. Then I can say GF, and I can pretend that I have a life or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I have GF this weekend.
Wow, we're 50% of people have a GF.
I have GF this weekend, guys. Sorry, I can't come with you.
This fair and balanced podcast. I'm meeting with my GF.
Meeting up with GF this weekend.
Missing my roommate's birthday for my GF.
Very important. We're gonna talk about anime.
We're gonna talk about anime.
We're talking about anime right now.
We're gonna talk about anime for 20 minutes.
We could talk about something much worse than anime.
Oh?
The life-ending decision that is reading Fate.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I don't want to hear that from someone who read.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, isn't it way longer than Fate? I feel like that's way more life ending.
Almost certainly. And also it makes you the most insufferable person on the planet. By the way, you should read.
Oh wait, you should read Fate.
You should read Fate.
The
You see,
visual novel.
I've
can't-
become the ultimate monster. I've read both.
You read all Fate?
I have not read all of
Okay.
Fate, but I've read some of Fate, which makes me the worst, because I'm a fake fan, too.
Oh no.
I have read some of
Oh,
Homestuck
what
and
did you
none of Fate.
Okay, so I know you finished Fate Route.
I have not.
Yes.
Are you gone farther?
I have not gone farther.
Okay.
I have not finished the Fate. I got through the first H scene. Is where I'm at.
Yeah, I always forget these are H games.
They're really funny.
I had to skip it. I literally was just like, this is some weird Yuri.
So how many times does he mention mollusks in?
I think this may actually be one of the mollusk H scenes. Is the thing?
Yeah.
It's any time he writes a scene that involves two women,
Oh, that's
you get the
mollusk?
mollusk.
I don't understand. What is the mollusk referring to?
I don't know, because I was reading a different translation, so I don't know if I actually have that.
Okay.
No,
So they
you didn't get the
localized the
iconic
mollusk
line.
out.
No, this is a different guy who translated it. Because the original group did it a number of years back.
I really do think that localizing the mollusk out is malpractice. I think that's translation malpractice.
I don't know. I don't know if he even did the H-Scene translate. I don't even know. Actually, maybe, I think he did. But he only did so he only got through, so basically last December, he released Unlimited Blade Works. So he hasn't done Heaven's Feel yet.
Okay.
But, I don't know, I haven't read the original translation, but it's pretty good.
I mean, I can't
Now,
really
it's a
talk
lot.
about
It's
this.
a lot better than the Tsugimi translation. That was like suspicious sometimes.
It was so bad.
It's very like suspicious sometimes. I'm just like,
Okay, I was genuinely confused as to whether like the original work was bad or the translation was bad at times, because like it was just fucking weird. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, this certainly does not sound as bad in the original.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better. At least I haven't read the original, but yeah, I feel like just in general, like they flesh out the world and characters a lot, and I feel like that's part of the appeal. It's like they have like this whole like magic system and like this whole
Yeah, he
like,
goes a lot deeper into the magic because he mentioned magic circuits in Tsugimi, but it wasn't really like that deep into it because there weren't magicians in that story.
yeah,
Aoko is a different kind of magician.
yeah.
So, a real magician.
So
But,
I mean, it has its flaws. I'm not gonna like talk about them in detail because spoilers, but like
Shiro, my guy, you gotta calm down.
because no, she was based. Fuck you.
You just gotta calm the fuck down sometimes.
But I think that was one of the biggest appeals when I was first reading is that he just made like the world seem so interesting.
Yeah, yeah. No, he went hard on the world building on this one. Which is, I mean, there's FGO, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that exists.
Yeah.
Keeping Nasu trapped in FGO so he can't finish Tsukuhime Remake Part 2.
One day we'll get that Satsuki route.
One day.
we'll get it.
One day we actually will.
Yeah, I think it's part of the remake, right?
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
So, which means the next patch is to Multi-Blood is gonna add Len and Satsuki.
I don't.
Please.
Dude, Len's coming, right?
I don't know.
They teased Nanya too.
They tease. I mean, like Nanaya just kind of is she.
Yeah, but I mean, they were different characters in
Lord
original
Rock
Melty.
Nanaya is Shiki?
Oh,
What? Question mark?
What? Question mark?
Brandon.
Pod face? Thumbnail?
Pog-face thumbnail, several red circles, Goku in the background.
Oh god.
On the other end of things, it's pretty good.
Really? How far have you got?
Not.
Oh.
Oh,
How recently have you read it?
2
years ago.
Yeah, actually, not 2 years ago. Like maybe like
Yeah.
somewhere around 10 months ago.
That sounds feasible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think Fate's another example of a visual novel where once you get over the stupid fucking slice of life hill,
I love the slice of life.
What are you talking about? That's what I'm reading Fate for!
I love the slice of life. I love both.
once you get over the slice of life boredom, then it's just like fucking awesome.
Mason's taste is ass.
No, you gotta actually clickbait with something people are interested in. People already know this.
Yeah, because I mean, I also feel the same way about Tsukime a little bit. not really. Actually, Susume gets into it like she slices up a girl like in the first hour, basically.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that one, like, I could get into a lot easier. And I was like, all right, okay. I don't have to like sit there for 3 hours,
I
like,
really gotta
staring
do
at the
that.
ceiling.
Oh
But
my
it's
God.
like, I was like, oh man, I'm going to school, and these are my friends. They are probably going to be relatively unimportant throughout the story, but they might show up once in a while. They get killed.
I have no idea how you're going to react to Kagetsu Toya.
Really gotta do the setup so that I can read Tsukihime on my phone, so that I can accidentally open a sex scene while I'm on a plane sometime.
Don't worry, you can probably angle most of the images away from the other passengers.
Yeah, you can just skip it. Like,
Actually, I think my biggest problem with reading Tsukihime was, the
art's
the
pretty
music.
bad. Oh, the
the 10-second loops. Oh my
The
god.
music isn't terrible. It's just that there's so little of it, but there's constantly music playing.
I see.
Yeah, and it's like 10 seconds long.
Yeah, like they sort of address it in Kagetsu Toya, but even then, not that well, because they just did not have that much music to put on the disc.
That's a shame.
And
yeah.
then in Fate, the music's fucking awesome.
The music in Fate's a lot better. It's so much better.
That's the real improvement.
Yeah, the art's a lot better. The music's a lot better. The other, I think for me, I don't think Tsukimi bothered me that much because I played Raging Loop, which ironically enough has music that does not loop very well.
That's why the loops are raging.
Well, and I thought I was like, oh, maybe they just screwed up. And I played their last game too a little bit. Their like game that they made before it, and
Funny evil animal mascot. Look at him.
and this game's music also does not loop well. So I don't know what the deal is, but they if you have shit like that, you get more tolerant. Of,
Bro,
like,
every time I see like an evil animal, stuffed animal mascot, I'm just
Like,
you know what's in
yeah,
there, right?
you know what's in there.
It's our boy. He's not even on the banner for this game. He's just the icon.
Here.
There he is. There he is. It's our bear.
On our bear.
I'll get to this
We love
eventually.
Monokuma.
I love that you can't even read the bottom text.
Yeah, I'll get to this game eventually too. Although I don't know, after playing V3, it's like a lot less motivating to play.
We love Monokuma.
Two friends.
Normalize
my
killing
old
high
roommate.
schoolers.
Old roommate.
New roommate.
I do think that in a high school homeroom class, if the students find a particular student annoying, they should be allowed to kill them.
That would have resulted in your death.
Yeah, that would have resulted in your death. Paul.
Yes. And
The, I don't even know what to say.
this is how committed I am to this position.
Oh wait, Fireplace was in the topic list. Okay.
I'm hoping the leopards eating faces party because I hope one day they will eat my face.
You hope one day a high schooler will just stab you on the side of the road.
Yes.
Parth just wants to be Isekai, bro.
Yeah, I can finally cast spells.
You can cast spells. You will really like my Parth Isekai novel.
I can't wait to see you just drag me through the mud while also accidentally making cogent leftist critique.
It will be really funny to make Parth super.
I was told that the way that I end up acting in Mason's isekai that he is writing.
I am not
Is
writing it. I just talk about it, but don't write it.
The
Is
true
that
writer's
I-
experience.
Yeah, that really is just the writer's experience. Is that I end up ignoring the actual problems that people are having in favor of reading books and preaching theory, which is just actual leftist discourse. It's been discourse for years.
Parth is just trying to find the best spell possible, okay?
Yeah,
He just really, really wants to make a revolution work.
I do.
Oh, by the way, there's a tournament.
Yeah, tournament art! You say there is, like you started writing it.
No, there's the whole thing revolves around a tournament. Like, it
The
just
whole thing
does.
always
The whole thing, of which you've written how many words?
10.
It's on the okay?
It's more than 0. Credit where credit's due.
He has a story outline all written out in his head. He just has to put it down, okay?
I just gotta put it down.
The writing is the easy part. The coming up with the ideas is hard.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do this instead of watching
That's why
Fireplace videos.
CEOs make money and employees don't.
Yeah, maybe that's
Hey, is that leftist theory I was just hearing about?
I still can't get over my line in the 4th Street video. The reason I don't like capitalism is because I understand
capitalism.
But I don't want to. I can win at capitalism, but I don't want to win at capitalism. I want to dismantle capitalism. The delivery on it is so good.
I want to dismantle capitalism.
I'm really happy with how that whole thing turned out.
God, it's such a 50-50 if you're being drunk. It's either they're so funny or so fucking annoying. So funny.
Can't confirm.
I think I have to just have enough energy to be doing a thing.
Yeah.
Funny. But if I'm not doing anything, then I just bitch.
I'm just gonna get some Japanese beers so that you'll get something good.
Yeah.
Fuck, I miss
You're really happy with how things happened out, including the part where you vomited in my sink?
Not that part. I'm sorry about your sink, by the way. It would have been on the floor if it wasn't in your sink, though. So.
God.
I'm sorry I did not have the presence of mind to vomit in your toilet. Instead, I was going through it.
I was going. Maybe I should have guided you.
I think you were just trying to make sure the couch is
Yeah, I was protecting my couch.
The
I was
couch
also
was-
watching Joe.
the couch that we don't even use anymore because it was kind of shit.
Yeah, because I'm dumb.
Mason can't put together IKEA furniture.
So next podcast, you're drinking a white Gilgamesh, right?
White Gilgamesh.
2/3 beer and 1/3 milk. From a goat or of its ilk. Goes down harsh, it isn't good. It makes you feel
you're made of wood.
White Gilgamesh.
It
It
makes you
too
sick.
Just too foul, just too thick.
Where is this from?
The internet.
It's the greatest drink in the world.
Yeah, Justin, next time
I
you're
do
here, we're
like
going to be drinking
I do
white
like milk,
Gilgamesh.
and I do like beer.
Yeah, 2 parts beer and 1 part milk.
But it has to be
Together at last.
It has to be from a goat
Or of its ilk.
or of its. Okay. Okay, we're trying.
Yeah!
Even if I am lactose.
Oh,
Don't worry, I am too. We'll die together.
Yeah.
We're the only one left out of the white Gilgamesh is Mason.
yeah, that's okay. I can live with such sins.
Fantastic.
Joe, is there any visual novels in here you would like to?
Doki Doki Literature Club.
We're not going to talk about.
We're talking about Doki Doki Literature Club.
Mason, I would like to talk about a few of these.
Okay. Have you
I
played
don't
them?
know how much energy I have. Okay, let's real quick. Have you read 428? I'm kind of interested in that.
Parth.
I own it and have not played
Okay.
any of it yet because it was buggy on Linux and I haven't gotten around to.
Yeah, this one I have not gotten to.
But I do want to play it.
Parth has played a little bit of this and he bitched about it.
Why am I not surprised?
It's not. So I have little doubt that the narrative is engaging for people. But as a visual novel, it does so many things I hate.
Like what?
And, like, allowing you to inspect something.
This is.
and
Oh
then-
wait, no. This is. Oh, I forgot that you don't make the distinction that this is kind of an adventure game, and this is more of an adventure game thing that you're talking about.
It's still an adventure game problem that I have. It's a problem that I have with adventure games. Still, it's if there is a chair, and you mouse over it, and the game changes the cursor design to say, "Hey, this is something worth looking at," and then you click on it, and then the game says, "It's a chair." End of text box. I will strangle you if you're a game developer and you do this shit. Why are you wasting my goddamn time? It's a chair? Yes, I know it's a chair. You told me it was more interesting than that, and then fucking slap me in the face.
Counterpoint, I want every single chair explained to me, and I will click on every single chair.
I agree. If it has something about the chair.
No.
See, this is one thing. You know what's a good fucking adventure game? the Sonic the Hedgehog murder adventure game.
Oh, God.
That game is unironically so good. The
Okay.
art impeccable. The story absolutely fantastic, and everything you click on is fucking hilarious, including all of the trash cans which don't have anything in them. You just click on the trash can and you're like, there's always something in the trash can. I've read visual novels, and there's just never anything. And Tails gets perpetually disappointed with you because you're so sad when you check the trash can and it's empty because it's a fucking trash can. Why would there be anything in it? It's such a good thing. You can have a bunch of chairs, and the first one you look at is, it's a chair. And the second one you look at is, it's still just a chair. And the third one you look at is, why are you looking at all of these chairs? If you do something with it, then it works. But if you just look at a chair and say, it's a chair, fuck you!
Parth wants every game to be like Undertale.
Yes!
I don't think every game needs to be like Undertale. Alright.
Somebody was paid to write the code that made it display it's a chair when you click on the chair. If you're doing that, pay them to do something interesting.
No.
No, I want my chairs to all be boring, and I will neurotically click on every single chair, receiving the dialogue that it is in fact a chair, and I'm going to be happy about it.
You are making video games worse.
No, this is what adventure game fans want, Parth. I don't think you understand. They just want things to click on that absolutely do
I
nothing.
think this is the
And also
Yeah.
have the most meaningless text
I don't
possible.
know how much I agree with either of you, but it's fun to see the argument.
Yeah. Other than that, this is probably the thing I'm gonna finish after Fate or during Fate.
Aokana. I keep
I am
thinking,
most interested to hear your. Okay, maybe Fate first, but
Yeah.
also.
Aokana is. I really love this made-up sport. It's pretty good.
Okay.
They like go so hard because they like show like so basically you know how like sometimes they do close-ups and shit like that in Fate
Yeah.
and like they like sometimes I think at some point Alia like moves around the screen.
Uh-huh.
The character they like go so hard on like the flying aspect of this.
Okay.
They're like floating up and down. They're like moving around. They constantly switch the background
Shit, okay.
because like they also leave behind trails wherever they fly too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So it has a decently high budget.
Yeah, the music is good.
Neato.
It's got hype sports action. It's got uncomfortable H scenes.
Wow, it's everything a BM player wants.
We've been promised, Chris and I have been promised so long Mason dubs for H scenes, and haven't gotten any of them.
Because you're a coward. I already always offered it, and you always say no.
Look, if it's going to replace Violet Evergarden time, I can't do that.
I agree with that.
You need to use an afternoon slot for that friendship event.
Afternoon tea and H scene dubbing.
Yeah.
God, I just gotta read.
It's one of those
I gotta
things
read
you
the
can only
Susume
go-
ones. I just
Fuck
gotta
this
read. The,
podcast. I want to see that.
I just need to read the Nasu ones.
Mason H scene dub.
I've
Yeah,
read
so
plenty
I'm
of
gonna-
visual novels, they're just all porn.
Let's go.
That's
So you read visual novels?
I've read some visual novels. I've read the visual novel. I've studied intensely into their CG.
Is there a reason why there's so much porn in BNs?
Oh, it's
Because they needed to.
it's a pretty like
It's just a hook.
Yeah, like
it's a good catalyst for it.
You come for the porn and stay for the plot.
That really depends.
That depends.
I think this was more popular like 10, 20 years ago. I don't think VNs are as popular these days, which is why like they just don't come out like as often. But like when they did, like they needed porn as a hook.
It's because originally they were Dojin like this people just like wow,
They just put them together.
it's like what the hell
Yeah, because Time Moon was like not well known before
Yeah.
Sugimori. They needed like to
something.
sell something.
And then they made a fighting game and it was good.
They
Well,
gave-
actually, they made a fighting game and it was bad. And then they gave it an update and it was good.
Yeah.
Old Melty, like old ancient Melty, is just wow.
It's so funny.
That's a game, huh?
It's so funny.
It's just infinite and the worst goddamn gameplay you've ever seen.
It's so funny.
And then Actress Again happened, and all of a sudden it's the best goddamn game you've ever seen.
Now, speaking of finishing, to finish off our podcast, we have one member who has an important piece of news.
We do?
One of us has just participated in, or two members have just participated in a game jam, correct?
No, one member.
One member.
One member. Yeah, you can play the game that I made as part of the Go to Wild Jam 56. The game's called Belly of the Beast. You can take a look at it on
I will provide a link.
itch.io page.
I will provide a link.
There will be a link.
I will provide a link.
Cool. And if you are listening to this instead of viewing this with where you can see a description, it is just arclive.itch.io, and you should be able to find it. Maybe arc164.itch.io. I changed it recently, so
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Any quick thoughts about how it went?
Pain and
Parth
suffering.
worked very hard on this one.
I
believe
can't
it.
stop myself from working really hard.
He
at
worked
Jam.
pretty hard on this
Nerds.
one.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'll have more things to say on it after like seeing the other games that people made and after judging and stuff like that. Because
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I was too mentally unwell to participate in this one. So
so Ludum Dare's coming up, so I can't wait to do it all over again, but just for 3 days this time.
I might participate, I might not. We'll see.
If you
Yeah, we'll see.
participate, I will push you to the limit.
That is, yeah, Joe will do that.
Joe will give me the anime girl lines,
Yeah.
push me to my limits.
All right, that's it for Gachikoi Fireplace this week. See you next time for more anime.
In theory.
In theory.
In theory. Alright. See ya.